Alright, so, hey y'all doing boys, hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, we are doing another Festival GOWTHER showcase. Now, alongside a unit that I frankly haven't used in ages, and that would be LUDOCIEL. Now, with the release of LUDOCIEL, he was by far my favorite unit, and if he was still as dominant today as he was back then, he would still be my favorite unit. Now, why isn't he as dominant as he is today? Well, when it comes to his passive, he needs to be at CCing people to even have a passive. Decreases defense related stats of enemies with combat class lower than the hero by 40% for 3 turns, which is absolutely insane. It was, with this guy's release, he was the most dominant unit. Like, if you're a whale and had this guy built out, you were just winning matches. The second he started off the match, went first and had those 3 debuffs, using him alongside something like the 1 Escanor, you just won. Like, the rest of his skills didn't matter. The fact that he had an AoE rupture and could remove Goddess's shields also just synergized with making him the best support possible. His single target card is kind of just like a regular single target. His ultimate, unfortunately, we don't have him 6/6 now. I have pulled more than 6 copies of LUDOCIEL, but I thought I already did him 6/6 and I ended up using them for Super Awakening, so unfortunately only 5/6, but inflicts damage equal to 490% of attack on all enemies and creates a barrier equal to 65% of the damage. So pretty good skill there. His Grace is another huge thing about him. Having him as an association, obviously the Grace applies. Evade skills with Petrify, Freeze or Stun effects for 2 turns at the start of battle. Now, with him, needing super high CC to, out CC your opponents, we do of course have basically 15% rolls on all of his stuff there. And jumping over to the costumes, they are fully maxed out as you expect. He's one of the most fun units in the game. Him with like Death Pierce in the back is absolutely crazy, but jumping over to GOWTHER here, if you guys didn't see any of my previous showcases and don't know what GOWTHER does, first skill here is a pulverized card, 20% additional damage for each orb in the hero's ultimate move gauge. Second card here is the main thing about GOWTHER, the Jack Light. For 2 turns, disables all skills of all enemies except debuff skills, including ultimate moves, disables skill ranks which are 2 or higher, and decreases skill ranks at the end of the enemy's turn. Insanely good card, perfect for countering Margaret. Literally the whole reason this guy is like, I'd probably give him, I've only done a couple videos with him, but at the moment, he's easily top 3, most likely second. Looking at the ultimate here, we do have him 3/6, inflicts damage equal to 16% of the hero's max HP on all enemies, then deletes 4 skills from the pool of all enemy skills. And that doesn't count for ultimates, which is unfortunate. Looking at the passive here, increase all allies' attack related stats by 2% and max HP by 1% each time an ally uses a skill, limits 10 times. So overall, an insanely good unit. Like I said, easily top 3 in the units in the game. Once again, do have fairly good gear from built out here, and with him being a festival, we've of course given him the festival treatment and maxed out all of his cosmetics. Now, this is the team we're using today. We can swap up Death Pierce and Ram in the back for the unknown allies, but just due to the fact that we're using LUDOCIEL as well, we're going to be trying to get as many crits as possible, so we're using Death Pierce, and Lolly Melon is just synergizes so well with the GOWTHER. But hey, over 300,000 CC, sorry. Haven't used this team off camera yet, and let's jump right into it. And let's see our first opponent now. In the last showcase I did, we ended up getting out CC'd a whole bunch, and especially with the fact that we're using LUDOCIEL, hopefully we can end up out CCing most of these matchups. LUDOCIEL's a kind of unit where if you aren't going first, he's nowhere near as good as he should be. High B tier, low A tier. If you're going first though, he's instantly S tier, maybe even SS depending on like the kind of units you're using besides him. But let's see here, what do we want to go for? I'd really like, just due to the fact we have the debuff on Amelia here, thinking I'm going to go for this. If we crit here, we should be able to get not as much damage as I expected in all honesty. That's alright, we'll throw out the million card, obviously going to get freeze there for attacking Amelia twice. And when we go back to our turn, we're still unfortunately going to have Melon frozen, but hopefully he attacks us here. Yeah, not going off to too good of a start. I mean, the Lolly team in general, especially this one here, like before Margaret came out, this was the most dominant team we're versing. So strong, I don't know why you'd freeze the LUDOCIEL there. Maybe he doesn't know how LUDOCIEL works. That's alright though, we'll throw out this one here, and that should be enough to kill. I'm gonna throw out the GOWTHER card, just cause all the other cards in our hand we can use, especially since we're versing Goddess Liz. Gonna 100% use the AoE Rupture card to remove the shields. Getting rid of Amelia there, huge win for us. Still have to do with the Melon though, but we do have the Ludo ultimate, so that will give us a little bit more extra, you know, defensive capability, since, you know, we don't have like a Margaret buff extra HP or the Barn gift card to help us rejuvenate ourselves a little bit. The recovery on that Barn card is so ridiculously strong, but let's see. Russian knee Melon ultimate by the looks of it. I think he's only going to use 2 cards. Melon should be able to... Never mind, I thought it was over 30% HP. Let's see. Stunning the... Does my Ludo? No, okay, so Ludo's passive, unfortunately, the Grace, sorry, unfortunately ran out. Let's see. We can, of course, remove the ultimate because we'll be above the limit. And I think we'll continue to attack into GOWTHER. Basically, GOWTHER's card here, once you're at 4 or 5 ultimate gauge, this single target card does remove ultimates. So due to the fact that we didn't have the 2-star debuff disable card, we won't be disabling the ultimates in that fashion. So let's see. Of course, these 2 cards here, this one due to being silver, gets disabled. This one, he's probably going to reset his turn, realizing that he couldn't merge cards and attack us like that. Helps out a whole ton. Her not being able to stun us is amazing. The 2-star infect, the AoE gains so much extra damage on it. Overall, just crazily good, but with these ultimates, we should be pretty good to go. We should be able to kill Merlin here. I know GOWTHER's ultimate is like extremely weak when it comes to damage. Main reason being is because it has that skill removable effect, which is insanely good. Like, with how much utility it has, I'd rather him be like that than have a Barn ultimate. Still though, throwing off the GOWTHER, throwing off the Ludo ultimate, get our shield, and we finish off the Melon. With that, there's no more real threats on the enemy team. Unfortunately, the Ludo shield only goes for himself. I was getting that mixed up earlier with the Merlin one, but do we get a forfeit? Okay, so no forfeit by the looks of it, but hey, that was honestly a pretty good match. We got out CC'd and still managed to pull through with the Ludo team, which is not something that happens very often. Doesn't have any revives, so we can just get rid of Elizabeth here. And that'll be us done, yeah. There we go, we got the forfeit. Here we go, second opponent, a full Goddess team. If this man has blue Gil Thunder in the back, this could be a bit of a problem, but look at that. Full debuff across the whole enemy team. I'm thinking we're... Oh, Elizabeth has really low crit resistance, but I'd really like to kill Margaret. I'm just gonna go for this anyway. Hopefully we can kill Elizabeth. Rock the revive. Obviously, the infect card is gonna get cleansed anyway if the Margaret goes for their buff. Only reason I went for the 2-star is, look at that damage. Half HP to everyone on the field. That is so ridiculous. And I know I should have used the Jack of Light card, and I keep forgetting to do so. But oh my god. Ideally, the best hand actually would have been the Jack of Light, merge the Merlin AoE, and then use it. That's alright though. He didn't use any, you know, buff cards in this turn, so we can disable for the next one. But with him actually, ooh, with the fact that we're basically disabling everything Goddesses can use, I am going to go for the kill on Margaret here instead. Might use the 2-star Jack of Light. I feel like it might do a little bit more damage than the Ludo single target. That card, although, you know, GOWTHER is meant to counter Margaret, he basically just completely nullifies Elizabeth. Like, other than the, you know, the revive passive she has, she can't do anything on the field. She's completely useless. We do have a fair few AoE Rupture cards here which could be used if we were to let him get the buffs off, but we can hold on to them in case worse comes to worse. I mean, just with these 2 matches alone, like, there is a whole lot of synergy with, like, the Rupture and the buff disable. With GOWTHER now having full ultimate gauge, we can remove that one, and we can kill the Margaret off. Obviously, once again, still have the Rupture card for, you know, we drop the Jack of Light debuff, and, you know, we can eventually get a shield up, but we should be fine. Yo, that Tarmiel stance is doing some amazing jobs tanking for him. Here we go, let's see, got the GOWTHER ultimate. We've pretty much won this match. I mean, from the first turn alone, just the amount of damage we pulled through is just ridiculous. And yeah, we did drop the Jack of Light, but we do have our Rupture cards. Even if he wasn't the shield and just put up the Margaret buff, that would still be insanely good for us. We'd still be able to get that effect off. And look at his whole hand right now, like, just is completely disabled. He will, of course, put up another stance. That's all he can really do at the moment. Let's see. I'm gonna go for, actually, I'll throw out all the AoEs first, just in case we kill Tarmiel from the, like, damage absorption he does. And we'll throw out the GOWTHER attack last, just in case if there's, like, 1 unit surviving, we can get the ultimate off on them. Yo, Tarmiel is actually tanking so well. I'm insanely surprised. Would much rather, I'm actually so surprised they survived that turn. Much rather remove the, I messed it up. I forgot you have to be at full ultimate gauge to... Okay, yeah. Still wrapping my head around GOWTHER works. Definitely a misplay on that one. He might be able to actually bring this match back with that. In all honesty, we might end up losing the match from that misplay. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing to say the least. We had it so well under wrap. We just have to see what... Basically, whatever level ultimate his Tamiel is, it depends on how we go with the rest of the match, yeah. 6-6 Tamiel, that's bound to happen. God damn. Okay. That would have been 2 for 2, but unfortunately, hey, it happens. Let's see, an NA barn team. I mean, we're versing a whole variety of teams in this video, and with it being a barn team, fairly low CC. Let's see now. The Jack of Light card is definitely a card that doesn't get like an awful, almost actually any use in the barn matchup. Can't stop the Nameless Dance. You can really only stop the gift card, which, although is, yo. Turn 1 Escanor Wipe, let's go. You can stop the gift card, which is like a huge thing. Most of the time, like, it's definitely useful, and like I'm definitely gonna spam it in this matchup. It could be better. In this matchup, you'd better, ideally you'd want a unit that can stop the Nameless Dance, after being able to draw the attention off of Barn and being like, you know, giving him the option to ult rush, sorry, is so strong. And that's why like the Twiggo Holy Relic is just absolutely broken. What do you want to go for here though? 1, 2, and I think I might merge. Why not all merge these? Can't actually see how much if Mela crits here, it should be pretty good, but with the stance up, I highly doubt that'll happen, but at disadvantage, still okay damage. The tauntness from him is super strong, and that is some really nice card draw from us. Looks like he's going to be rushing the Barn ultimate. Apparently not, okay. Just trying to think of what we want to go for. Slowly chipping our Melon down, which is definitely like the best option to do in the matchup. Obviously throwing out like your strongest ultimates and stuff into her is going to get like just completely neglected by the fact that she has that passive. Since we're not getting like a crazy amount of use out of the 1-star, we might try and maximize card draw and go for this instead. We'll go full send into the Barn. That way he's as low as possible. That way when we throw off our GOWTHER ultimate, hopefully we can get him really close to dying and maybe finish him off with like a Rupture card from LUDOCIEL. Yo, LUDOCIEL, especially since I haven't used him much, I haven't like had a lot of time to complain about it, but his crit chance is so low, but when he gets those crits, it is so strong. As you saw there, like coming up against a unit like Barn, who's like quite a bit, like LUDOCIEL's quite a bit older than Barn, still just does insane amounts of damage. Like if you could have a match like a, say, Halloween GOWTHER Ludo Escanor team, and if you were guaranteed crits every single time, the team would just be broken. Gonna make sure though this time to use the single target before we use the ultimate, and then we'll fire off the ultimate. I don't really care too much about the disabling the Twiggo's ultimate. We can take that one to the face, we'll be fine. Even though you're obviously guaranteed to have a 6-6 Twiggo, it's just not something you really need to worry about. Didn't have to worry about getting any merges there either, due to the fact that we had silver cards next bronze, and GOWTHER deletes all of them anyway, so not a crazy deal. Let's see, they're gonna get off the gift card now, I could imagine. I'm just hoping we have enough firepower to kill the Barn. Yeah, hand's not looking too hot at the moment. If you had a Nameless Dance, that could be it for us. Actually, this Twiggo ultimate ends up being pretty strong. Yeah, definitely holding his own, like, this is... Would this be... This would probably be our worst matchup to face, yeah, just due to the fact that we don't have like a crazy amount of ult control. Yeah, no, I'd definitely stick by that. This though should be able to get rid of the Barn, I feel like, with the Rupture effect. Even the 1-star cards can end up pulling through quite a bit of damage, like... Yo, we're not gonna kill with GOWTHER here. That hurts. That hurts. Damn, back-to-back losses. This one more so isn't my fault, just due to the fact that we got them really unlucky with the damage output. The one before this though was entirely my fault. You know what, I'll cop that one on the chin. That's fine, but here is actually a team we should do really well against. Looks to be a real player from the CC. And if we can get those Jack of Light cards, just keep cycling through this match, we should have a really good, really easy time Deanne against this team is going to get almost next to no use. I'd really like it if we had the Ludo passive on Margaret there. As you can see, GOWTHER being type neutral with Merlin, just having that debuff made us do even more damage than on Margaret. So good. Yeah, unfortunately we instantly dropped the Jack of Light chain, so he's going to be able to rush the Margaret next turn if that's what he wants to go for, which would be the best play. But let's see, he throws out the pumpkin bombs. I'd say that's the only thing this team is really lacking. The ultimate control definitely hurts, and that hurt LUDOCIEL the whole time. Goddamn, chill, hold on. I want to get this Margaret out of the way so bad. Let me think. 1, 2, and do I want to go for LUDOCIEL? I think I might go for LUDOCIEL single target. We rush the... Unfortunately, we can't rush the Merlin ultimate. If this crits, we kill regardless. Never mind. There we go. Unfortunately, you know, couldn't show off us getting Jack of Lights and just being super toxic and just stalling him out a bunch of turns, but we still pulled through. He had the Death Pierce in the back, which is why the Deanne ended up doing that crazy amount of damage. Another unit that has like really low crit chance, but when she gets the crits, they can be so strong and so powerful. Definitely a unit I'd like to use with LUDOCIEL. Could be interesting to watch. Let's see though, we do have the GOWTHER 3-star card, which I feel like this GOWTHER is ending up like being one of those units where if you have a max ultimate gauge, obviously you get more damage from having your ultimate gauge. Max ultimate gauge 3-star GOWTHER can definitely pull through on like, even though we have him on like a HP defense set. What are we on? 1, 2, that should get rid of Deanne. I'd hope so at least. And we'll finish off the GOWTHER there. Yeah, look at that. Even like the 1-star with 4 ultimate gauge is still really strong. And how much damage are you going to get through there? Yeah, almost 200,000. Obviously, unfortunately, no, you know, LUDOCIEL passive in that one, but we do have the Death Pierce in the back helping us out quite a bit, and another forfeit. And here we go, our final victim, a Margaret Escanor team, and we are getting to go first. Sweet. Let's see it, another Jack of Light. There we go, that's what we like. What do we want to, how do I want to start this one off? Oh, I'll do one more match. And final match, take 2 against the Margaret Doll team. With that last match, with the card draw we got, and the fact that we were versing that team in particular, and we had the max Ludo passive on everyone, there was absolutely no way he was winning that. It was almost like impossible. We could have easily taken out like Margaret or Escanor turn 1, or just kept them alive and just slowly like teased our way through the match and slowly... Excuse me? This is why LUDOCIEL is just absolutely insane. Are you seeing this damage? And that's like, people like say like, especially upon the Lollymelon's release, they were downplaying her so much. Did you not see what she just did? She basically just wiped out half of the team in 2 cards. We of course use the Jack of Light just because, you know, it's just good to have out in the field, stops the taunts, stops the 2-star cards and whatnot, but my oh my, I might actually try and see. Actually, you know what? Why not? Melon can have this final match. Let's see her just 1-tap draw and GOWTHER. There we go, crit easy 200,000, even if he was full health. That would have wiped him if we could on GOWTHER, which is very unlikely, but the LUDOCIEL passive just pulls through. What is... I know we've got Margaret, which is basically the new LUDOCIEL. It's literally the same character, and like, it's just as dominant, but this unit is just so incredibly fun. He even be tanking Escanor single targets. What a man. Here we go, we'll get this one here. Actually, we'll go like this. I doubt the 3-star would just completely wipe Escanor. There we go, finished off some nice crits from GOWTHER there. Doing quite a bit of damage, but hey, I'm happy with how this video ended up going. We got some impressive matches from this team. There we go, and that just about does it for today's showcase. I mean, like I said, I'm super happy with how this turned out. I'd honestly say we only lost the 1 match. The second match where I did the misplay, I'm gonna count that. We definitely would have won that if I didn't do that stupid play. The Barn team, I'll 100% cop on the chin. We got flogged in that one, but we had some crazy matches. This GOWTHER is ending up to be so fun. Still a fair few more teams I want to try out with this GOWTHER, so do expect those in the future, but hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit like button, subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.